How's it going, everybody? Taff with another Taff's Word, and this one, obviously, this is today. The day today is Sunday, and yesterday was Saturday, the 21st of April, when, well, not bottom of the league, but one of the bottom teams, Barnet, well, obviously in the relegation spot at the moment, more than likely going down, tore us a new one. I think there's a lot of things you can dissect the performance, and well, I don't think you even really need to dissect it. It was as plain as day for everybody to see. You can tell that the players feel the season's over, even though there was a slight outside chance for us to get into the playoffs. I don't think they really believed that it was possible, and who would believe that these are a similar group of players to the ones that believed we could save ourselves from relegation last year and gave everything to do it. I mean, not saying that if we got the playoffs we'd win it, or even if somehow we did, would be equipped to be in League One right now, but still, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're a professional footballer, it should be within your blood that you want to win every single thing that you do. Every game that you play, even every training session, you want to win everything. But even when you're playing FIFA with the lads, you want to win. Winning should be ingrained within you when you're a professional footballer, in my opinion. I know winning is engraved in me, or ingrained, I mean, winning is ingrained within me. When I play anybody at anything, if I was playing a 5-year-old kid at a game of Tiddlywinks, I would simply have to win, because that's my competitive nature. But for footballers, if you're a professional footballer, when being competitive is your job, as well as your passion, because you don't get into football because you have to. You get into football because you absolutely love the game and you work hard to make yourself the best you can be at it, and you caught your break and got into it. Basically, that's how that works now with football. So winning has got to be part and parcel of your whole being. What we saw yesterday was not a group of players that seemed to want to win, that seemed to want to give their all to get the win. It's as if they felt sorry for Barnet and wanted to give them the result so they could help keep themselves up. I don't know. I wouldn't ever question a player's integrity like that, but their will to win I will definitely question. Now, the end of the game saw a few unsavoury scenes. It first started with a lot of our fans telling all our players to F off. Our players were coming over to come and clap us as they usually do. And a lot of them were like shouting at them, telling them where to go, telling them to get away, and that's putting it nicely. Flinney came over, clapped for a few seconds, realised what was going on, and walked off. Fair enough. A few of the players even came over to apologise for the poor performance. Well, I'm going to give this whole thing a bit of perspective, right? First of all, if we're willing to travel all the way down there, then they should be willing to give us a performance. That's what I believe. That if we spent our money, spent the whole day travelling there, obviously they spent the day travelling there, but it's their job, they get paid for that. We are paying out our money to come and support them. The least they could have done is tried, which I don't think they really tried. Because we're talking one of the bottom teams could have beaten us 5 or 6-0. That's how bad it was. But on the flip side of that, the same group of players have delivered us a dream season in comparison to if you look at it last year. I said on these very blogs at the very beginning of the whole season, from the pre-season, what I wanted was mid-table mediocrity, a boring mid-table finish, with some good days out, which we've had, some good games at home, which we've had, and a cup run, which we've had. So if you're looking for the boxes of what would constitute a good season and progress, they've ticked all of them. But the problem for them, the problem for Flinney and that team, is that we as fans all set the bar, and we all said the same thing. As long as we're not in a relegation fight, if we have something like a cup run and some good days out and everything like that, we're happy. That was the bar that we set as supporters. because of the brilliant start that they made and the fact that they maintained that and kept winning games, they raised that bar. So we believed we were going to finish in the playoffs. After the Exeter game, we actually believed we were one of the best teams in the division for the season. We actually believed that we were going to be one of the table toppers, an Accrington potentially. So their success raised the bar for not just them but for us as well. I try to stay a little bit more realistic throughout and try to say, look, we're doing well. I think we're overachieving. Let's not get carried away. But it was hard not to, really, wasn't it? It was really, really tough not to get carried away. So it brings us to basically, yes, we should be happy with the season that we had. Because some fans are saying that, look, at the end of the day, we've had a great season in comparison to last year. We shouldn't really be moaning. Correct, yeah. The thing that people don't realise is that they're all right. Everybody is correct in what they're saying. We've had a great season, we shouldn't moan. Correct. We pay our money and we're entitled to our opinion. Correct. Also, I travelled all the way from Newport to London and back to come and watch us play a game of football, and the team didn't. We turned up for the team didn't turn up for us. Correct. I should be disappointed with that. Again, correct. So what people don't realise is that everybody's right. Their opinions are correct. But the people who are on the side of we got our right to our opinion, they were crap, we should tell them. Obviously disagreeing with the people who are happy with the season that we've had and still willing to clap them off the pitch even when they played badly. The thing is, yes, obviously yesterday, a bit of an argument broke out between some supporters, and it's a shame really, because I don't understand why some supporters have got such a poor opinion of each other when we're all, shooting for the same thing. We're all there for the same reason, and I just can't understand, just because people enjoy the experience in different ways, why they can't just respect each other for the fact that we're there for the same reason, and then anything else is each other's own business. So if you're going on the supporters club bus, and by some it would be, sort of believed to be something of a boring trip, boring family orientated trip, and that's fine, because the thing is, they fill their bus week in, week out, and they still take a load of people everywhere they go. It's obviously good for some. It's obviously good for someone. It's obviously good for all them people. And then back over to the other buses, where the guys are little bit more radio, enjoy their drink and everything like that. End of the day, people enjoy that. I was one of them. I used to enjoy that. I used to love going on that bus. Things are different for me now. I enjoy it even more doing what I do now by going with my fiancée and her family every game. The thing is, people enjoy doing that as well. And the thing is, if they enjoy that, that's up to them. If the people on the supporters club bus enjoy doing that, that's up to them. It's not a reason to dislike each other. And they turn up, respect each other for the fact that we're there for the same reason, we're there for the county, and then go our separate ways afterwards. No animosity, no problem. Everybody, enjoys it. Obviously, not like yesterday, because yesterday was just appalling. But, I just can't understand why people can't just put petty differences aside, and they've always got to judge each other and point score each other. There's no point, there's some fans who can act a little bit unsavoury at times, and it's the opinion of some that I think that they're giving the club a bad name. But what you've got to realise is every single club have got their rowdy characters, every single club have got their well-behaved people, and their family sections and everything like that. It's not special within Newport County. Every club in its own right is the same. It's got the same types of characters, except with us, we come with in my opinion, far more passion than a lot of other clubs do. You know, it's a lot more raw, and people are there, you know, not just there for the day trips, but they're there because they absolutely adore the club and they want to see the club get somewhere. That's why we're always seen as, you know, the louder supporters, you know, the more vocal supporters, because we're there because we absolutely love the club to bits. I mean, obviously with other clubs you might get more day trippers. I'm not saying that we're better than anybody else. Everybody loves their own football club in their own right, but there's just the opinion of mine that there's a far more degree of passion about us than there is about a lot of other clubs. So the thing is, we shouldn't let that sort of thing be a reason why we don't come together, because as supporters, when we can't come together, we're giving all the other clubs out there an advantage because they do. Anyway, we're getting round now to Accrington Tuesday night. We can halt their champions or their title party for at least a few days. If they fail to beat it, well, if we beat them, then they don't win the league until next week. So what we don't want is them celebrating a title on our pitch. We don't want that at all. They've already celebrated on their own pitch that they're going up. I mean, a fabulous story, mind you, of Accrington. I mean, I got to do an whole other blog on them. But another thing as well is I come across something, and I'm going to be sharing it through the Amber Army social media at some point. A letter from a Man City fan to the Accrington chief executive, which is basically applauding them for everything that they do, because he was once a Man City season ticket holder. He's jacked his Man City season ticket in, and he's now going to be a season ticket holder at Accrington. And on that letter, he defines why. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Look out on our social media plugs and have a look at that letter, because it's a bloody good read. And it makes you wonder, you know, what have we got to do to put that opinion out to people who could potentially be following our club? And maybe that's how we'll create our own Lincoln scenario, where all of a sudden the support has just skyrocketed up there. That's exactly what we need at Newport. If we can get that support up to 4 to 5,000, there's no reason why we can't have the finances to push for promotion from League 2 and sustain it in League 1. Anyway, I think that's a few years ahead now. I think we just need to progress a little bit every season, maybe flirt with the playoffs a little bit more next year, maybe make the playoffs the year after, and maybe start thinking about promotion from there. We'll wait and see. We'll see. Anyway, thanks all for watching. Until the next time, cheerio for now, guys, and as always, up the county.